In this northern Lebanon video, we're taking a stop at the Khalil Gibran Museum, the Cedars of God Bcharre, and the Qadisha Valley. Khalil Gibran was born in Bsharri, which you see right there. He spent most of his life in the United States. Ultimately, however, he wanted to be buried here in Lebanon. Today, he's the third most widely read poet in history after Shakespeare and Lao Tzu. For all his skill as a writer, what a lot of people don't know is that Gibran learned painting in Paris. He also lived in Boston, Beirut, and New York, and wrote in both English and Arabic. Famed art critic Alice Raphael said that most of Gibran's paintings express his personal vision, incorporating spiritual and mythological symbolism. And, as a classicist, his work owed more to the findings of Da Vinci than it did to any modern insurgent. According to another art critic, Waterfield, Gibran was confirmed in his aspiration to be a symbolist painter after working in Marcel Baronou's studio in Paris. Oil paint was Gibran's preferred medium between 1908 and 1914, but before and after this time, he worked primarily with pencil, ink, watercolor, and gouache. Of course, Gibran is known best for his literary work. In the case of The Prophet, his most famous book, it's been translated into more than 100 languages, making it among the top 10 most translated books in history. And it was one of the best-selling books of the 20th century in the United States. In fact, Elvis Presley referred to Gibran's The Prophet for the rest of his life after receiving his first copy as a gift from his girlfriend in July of 1956. As for the Khalil Gibran Museum, which you see pictured here, the content of Gibran's studio in New York, including his furniture, his personal belongings, his private library, his manuscripts, and 440 original paintings, again pictured here, was transferred to this exact location. Today, these items form the content of the Gibran Museum. Additionally, this was a grotto for monks seeking shelter in the 7th century. The Mar Sarkis, which is St. Sergius Hermitage, became Khalil Gibran's tomb. While in New York, Gibran decided to buy the monastery for his retirement in the Hermitage as his final resting place. Upon his request, his sister Mariana purchased both the monastery and the Hermitage. On the 22nd of August 1931, Gibran's mortal remains reached Bsharri. This room is his resting place. Took a short drive to see the Cedars of God Bcharre. The Cedars of God is the most famous cedar patch and one of the last vestiges of the old growth forests. It's said King Solomon used cedar wood for his temple, and the Phoenicians used cedar wood to build their ships. These trees symbolize resilience, immortality, strength, and elevation. At one point, it's believed the entire mountains of Lebanon were covered completely with cedar trees. The word cedar was mentioned 103 times in the Bible. The Cedars of God are one of Lebanon's 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Next, we went to the Qadisha Valley, where early monks left, even going back as far as the 4th century to escape persecution. What you see here is the Mar Lycha Monastery, one of the most popular landmarks in Qadisha Valley. It's been beautifully restored and built into the vertical cliff wall. The exact date of this settlement is unknown. What we do know is that starting in the 14th century, it was the residence of the Maronite bishops. Built into the monastery, you'll notice all these little nooks and crannies and sort of secret hiding spots. This was, of course, in case they were persecuted by the Ottomans or any other group that was inhabiting the region at the time. Thank you so much for joining us on these few stops we took along northern Lebanon. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and absolutely subscribe to our channel. Again, thank you so much.